seen a lot of concern on social media lately that the housing market's headed for a crash. Given with all the recession talk and the scare media, it's easy to understand why that worry is coming up. But let's look at the data and the facts of how the market is so different today than it was before the housing crash in 2008, and why we're all feeling confident that this is not a repeat of what happened back then. First things first, it was so much easier to get a home loan during the lead up to the housing crisis than it is today. The lending standards, basically, anyone could qualify for a loan. Lenders were taking a much bigger risk, not only on the person, but the mortgage products that were being offered, leading to mass defaults and foreclosures and falling prices. Check this graph out from the Mortgage Bankers Association. We can see that there was an increase in standards and regulations for qualification to avoid crashes in the housing market again. We put a check and balances system into place to make sure home loans have very little risk attached to them so we can avoid a massive crash reoccurring. Also, the Fed helps us understand that the recovery of unemployment was much faster after the pandemic than we saw in the recession. It took 9 years for unemployment rates to recover, where we saw just in 2 years a recovery. And what does this mean for the housing market? It means less risk of homeowners facing hardship or defaulting on their loans. The most visible thing in the market, though, is the shortage of inventory. Pre-housing crisis, there was an influx of inventory, which caused prices to fall. We had so many extra months of supply of homes available, and it led to the crash. Comparing to now, unsold inventory in most markets is only sitting under 3 months. There's just not enough inventory on the market for home prices to come crashing down like we saw in 2008.